There are many LEGO Star Wars sets retiring at the end of this year, and some of these sets are very good in several different ways, and might become quite expensive after they retired. Recently I looked at some good minifigures to get before they retire, and I decided to do the same thing with individual sets, as there are so many good ones regardless of their minifigures that you might want to get while they are still on shelves. The first set I want to look at is the Coruscant Guard gunship, which recently has become quite the topic of discussion in the LEGO community. This one released back in 2023 and was a brand new depiction of the Republic gunship, opposed to the standard Republic colors we are used to for this ship. This set is in many ways very good, and the build itself feels nearly perfect despite its downscaled size compared to previous models. The minifigures here got quite the backlash though, especially Commander Fox. However, out of nowhere, Commander Fox received slight changes in what is likely a final batch of sets before this one retires. Previously, Fox was criticized because of the faded pinkish white seen on the torso print, but there are pictures surfacing online that this is maybe fixed in a few new sets. Overall, I think the set is very good, and with that new change, some new sealed in box versions of the set could gain a lot of value after retirement. So, if you want it, get it right now. For the Ahsoka show, we saw quite a few new LEGO Star Wars sets, one of them being the Ghost and Phantom. The Ghost is a set that many thought would never be remade. However, in 2023, we were lucky enough to see this new set, and it quickly proved to be one of the best modern LEGO Star Wars sets ever made. It is a much better design and build than the previous set, and has a fun selection of minifigures too. I think considering how sought after the previous Ghost became long after retirement, a similar thing could happen here, especially after Season 2 of Ahsoka comes out, or if the Ghost is present in future Star Wars projects as well. Last year, LEGO released a brand new set including the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter, and this was the first time we saw these two together in a dual set like this. This was released for Rebuild the Galaxy of course, especially notable through the feature of swapping the wings of the ship around, which is a fun feature for children to enjoy. Now, of course, by no means is this a significantly good or well-priced LEGO Star Wars set, but why I specifically think this is a good one to get right now is because newer LEGO Star Wars sets are just becoming insanely expensive, specifically the new X-Wing releasing next year. Apparently, we are said to be getting a new X-Wing playset that will retail for $100, while still likely being at this similar size, including a smart brick too. If you simply want a normal, decent looking X-Wing, I think this mashup set is a much better bargain. As for $110, you get both a decent X-Wing and a TIE Fighter, which I think will be a much better valued set compared to this new one, but only time will tell for sure. For the 25th anniversary last year, LEGO released a brand new Sith Infiltrator. This set at first was quite overlooked or disliked, but quickly became one of the more popular sets of the wave actually, especially for the minifigures included. Specifically, we got a few sets with an improved Qui-Gon Jinn minifigure, and generally the Saw Gerrera minifigure is also quite sought after, and they are both fairly valuable minifigures right now. The set itself though is just very good, and I think it is fairly priced at $70, despite complaints that it should be cheaper. I don't think it is necessarily the best Sith Infiltrator we have ever seen, but at this size it is still very good. It has a fun build experience and it just looks really nice on display with other greyish Star Wars ships. And for those reasons, I really like my copy of this set. The next set I want to talk about is specifically for those who have a rather high budget to spend on LEGO Star Wars sets, because that is the Razor Crest, released back in 2022. This is arguably one of the best LEGO Star Wars UCS sets ever made, and will easily age as one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets ever. The Razor Crest has become quite an iconic ship in Star Wars, and seeing it in this large scale was very cool. It is priced at $600 though, which is rather expensive for a LEGO Star Wars set, but in terms of what you actually get, it is very good. I have seen this one go on a discount quite a few times as well, and as it is ending its lifespan, it might be easier to get this one at around 20 to 30% off, which is definitely worth going for if you have that kind of money, and of course the space to actually keep this set, because it is a very large one for sure. The minifigures included are also really nice, just as an added benefit to this already perfect set. In 2021, LEGO released a set depicting Darth Vader's helmet, and after quite a few years, this one is going to be retiring very soon. After so long, I can imagine most people who are interested in this kind of thing might already have the set, but if you don't, I would say it is worth getting right now. Next year, we are said to be seeing a new Darth Vader bust set, which is likely going to be quite small and maybe a bit weirdly shaped. And I don't think it will necessarily be better than this helmet set at all. So that said, I think this one is fairly good to get right now before it is replaced by the newer version. The next few sets are mainly sets I would recommend getting for their minifigures, and the first one is the Boarding the Tantive 4. Overall, I think this is one of the best valued sets released in modern years, as for $55 you get quite a lot. The build is decent as some diorama-like display piece, and getting 7 minifigures here was very good. Fives is of course the standout in terms of a minifigure of value, but getting 3 rebels, 2 stormtroopers and Darth Vader in a set together like this is just very good. This is also a set that is often on a very good discount, and almost every month I see this one at 20 to 30% off, sometimes even more. So while you can, try and get it in these next few months. Another set that is quite often on a discount is Paz Vizsla vs Moff Gideon, and that said, even at full price it doesn't feel too terrible. This one isn't the greatest in terms of its actual build though, as without the added battle pack it does feel a bit minimal or empty, but I think the whole idea of being able to extend it with another smaller set is rather cool. Once again, you are getting this one for the minifigure selection, as that is the standout factor in this set, especially that Moff Gideon included. It is the second time we saw this character in LEGO, and the first time in his Mandalorian armor, introducing a brand new helmet piece. A new Paz Vizsla here is just as cool too, and another very good minifigure. But all that said, let me know what you think about these sets down below. Then I will see you all in the next one. God bless you, and cheers.